The thumbnails don't match, I know. It's because we're changing projects quickly around here. That's the wrong phrase. Wrong word. Frequently. We're changing projects frequently here at Kaylee Cross Stitch. So maybe we'll do a couple threads of what the actual thumbnail is. But we're gonna have a new start here on Stitchy Princess. You're on time, Bird. Same. No, I'm not on time. Just kidding, I'm not on time. Hello. Watch me as I totally spill my coffee. It's spilled on my blanket. So that's fun. But you know what? I'm just gonna leave it because hopefully it'll get rid of the odor that's coming from this fabric. Okay. I'm starting this project on this live. I thought I had scissors over here that I could cut fabric with. Guess not. Hey, Karen. Ooh, I hope she has fun at the birthday party. I almost said at the B-day party. That's good. That's good, Zan. I hope you're getting a much-deserved break. Yes. Yes, hashtag Stitch for Ukraine. Did I get the hashtag correct? Hey, oh, hey, Steven, we're kind of neighbors. Did you send me a message on Instagram? I'm not sure if I got it. Maybe it's in my requests. But you commented on my YouTube, or my latest video, and you said that you sent me a message, and I don't know if I got it. I'm here. I need y'all's help. Because I want to start this pattern, but I don't know what to start it on. And I do have another... I do also have, whoop, let me just like hit everything. So I do have, let me show you which patterns I bought from Stitchy Princess and why I'm not stitching some of the other ones. This one is really cute, the deer, but I have a piece of fabric that this would work on, but I don't want to stitch on it right now because it's a 32 count and I have already 2 projects on 32 count. On the go at the moment. And then I got these ones, Baba Yaga, Legendary Slavic Folklore, which obviously because there's the black cat and Susie. Why is my computer not charging? Computer's not charging. And then I do also have another Baba Yaga, the legendary witch of Slavic folklore, who lives in a house on chicken legs. And there's Susie in the border. So those are eventual starts. Let me go back to this chat because I missed some stuff, I think. Music is too loud, okay. Yeah, lots of Pennsylvania. Oh. I'll have to I'll have to check again, Steven. If not, send me another message. Michael, it hid that comment. Oh, I didn't mean to hide it. Oops. Michael told us that Baba Yaga is well known in Poland for kidnapping children. I mean, I'm glad that YouTube held that comment, because if somebody's planning on kidnapping children. Thank you for telling me about the music. Okay, so I have 3 different kinds of fabric here that I want you to help me choose from. 56 count. What color is this? Gray sand. So that might look kind of cool. The browns would really stand out on that, huh? I have 40 count Old Massachusetts. And maybe my light is washing this out a little bit. Ooh, that makes it worse. It's kind of orangey. I know. I'm sorry. You can type it again and I'll allow it this time. Or I have 35 count lamb's wool. Can I do a poll? I don't know how to do a poll. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Ooh, ask a question. Which fabric? Which fabric should I use for mushroom? 56. Old Massachusetts, or ah! Do you see the poll? Hey James. Oh, there it is. Ooh, for this pattern, Mushroom Meadow. Ooh, I'm glad somebody voted 56 count. I still haven't started my Greek sampler that's on 56 count, so I want to stitch on 56 count. Over 2. It might be Old Massachusetts. I don't know. What is gonna win? Oh. Is that everybody that's here? I have 9 viewers. And I have 6 votes. Could it be swayed? 1, 2, 3. Not really. I guess we're doing Old Massachusetts. I agree. But yeah. Okay. I can sulk later about not stitching on 56 count. Or I could just start the other project. That would work too. No, it's not a giveaway. It's a, which one should I stitch this pattern on? It's a poll. Oh, this has 2 different sides. Okay, well, let's see. I need to figure out. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll because it's not very close. I can switch it up. Okay, let's see. How much fabric do I need? Is there a there's not. 120 by... Oh, it's 120 by 120. It's a square? I didn't even notice. Oh yeah, it is. It doesn't seem like a square. So this is 40 count. But we're stitching 20. So 120 divided by 20 is 6. So the stitched area is 6 inches by 6 inches, about. Does it tell me that? Oh no, it doesn't. $13.5, 6 minus 6. Yeah, that's good. I'll do 13 inches. It's a, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, Karen. Test stitch the gold. Ooh, this fabric is cool. That's gonna be a lot of... it's fine. 13. I might have to go grab a scissors so that I'm not like cutting with the tiny scissors. I thought I brought the other one over here, but I guess I didn't. I'll be right back. Enjoy the smell of this fabric. Oh, it doesn't quite smell like coffee anymore. That's sad. Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't look at my fabric scissors. They're not fabric scissors. Oh, you would test before I cut. Okay. Let's see. What color are we in question? The orange, right? In the border. It's supposed to be 729. Actually, let me just grab all the colors now, right? We'll do a toss. So this is why people do a floss toss, so they can see what they like. What do we need? That's how you toss it, right? Ooh, that's blendy. That blends in. I'm enjoying tossing. That one looks good. Oh. I never really thought that people would find each other after meeting in person on my live. That is just such a amazing concept. Amazing occurrence to me. Okay, 610. Oh, we already got that one. Oh, you guys, you're so... Well, yeah. This is kind of washing out. Is that better? The fabric is a little bit more orange than showing in the... There, that's more accurate. What color? Ah! Yeah, this one is really close. I think I might have to replace that one. Or I could get my other fabrics out and see what we think. 831. And hopefully I have all these colors. I haven't even checked. Red copper. I need to check on my phone. Anybody use the app ThreadStash? That's what I use. And it helps me, Oh, I don't have that one. Even if I replace a color, I just you changed your mind. Even if I don't have a thread color, I add it to my shopping list. Even if I'm going to replace it, like do a substitute, because eventually, you know, can't hurt to have a full collection of DMC. Look at that color. Ooh, yeah. And white. Okay, it's much too warm. Steve, okay. Ugh. Susie's like, what happened? Okay, so this is the questionable one, right? The one that I'm missing is a red copper, so that's not gonna have trouble showing up. Yeah, that's pretty close. And I think this is actually the one that... No, this was the one that we were questioning first. But that looks okay. Yeah, that... I was kind of wondering about this, Old Massachusetts. It's pretty... Okay, then we could also do this. That might be it. Ooh. That might be it. Oh, I don't even have this one open. You're much more planning than me, Karen. I would have cut the thing and started stitching. Yeah, that's true. $35 count, I would do 2 strands. So that would show up better. So here's gray. That does look good. Did I scream that? That does look good. Or lamb's wool. Okay, and I also do have some Ymir flosses that we could sub as well. Ooh. 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 Wait, is this $7.29? Look, I'm already subbing this. Yup, we're gonna do that again. Yeah, we're definitely gonna sub that again. It's 56 count. See, I knew I wanted to stitch on 56 count today. Just kidding, you guys. Dude, I'm making this substitution again. I'm vetoing anything that y'all say, because look at that. What is $7.29? Oh, this is the border. This is the color in the border. And a border, you know, you can do whatever you want in the border. Do mushrooms have variegation? Variegated colors in their stems? And 56, that's gonna be tight coverage too. Okay, it's settled. We're doing this. Look at this color too. Look, we have this like bright. Okay. I don't think any of these other ones on this ring. Ooh, I've maybe found the one that, well, no, that. What is this song? It sounds like Philip Glass. No, that's like purple. That doesn't really fit. Oh. Your piece, do it your way. But y'all have way more experience than me doing this. Like, this is my... This is me, like, improvising. I used to be a completely by the pattern person, but then I got a collection of fancy floss and I was like, I need to use these somehow. My hair is falling out. I don't like it. More dark. So you're saying gray? Mushrooms are all over. What about Ukraine? What color is Ukraine? Right now. Gray, gray, gray. Let me see. What else do we have on here? Ooh. No, that doesn't match anything. Oh, let me show you. I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah. Ukraine is pretty gray, dark. Let me see. We already subbed this. What color am I missing? I think I'm missing the maroon that's on top of the mushrooms. That's the top of the mushrooms. I think I'll probably just go get that DMC. Ooh, what about this? Ooh! Maybe I should sub this for this because it's a little darker. Let me see, what's that one? That's the star. Oh, this is the owl color. And the mushrooms. What did I say this one was? 729. Oh. Oh, I lied. Oh yeah, I did. I was right. Is that only the owl? And the squirrel. I think I'm gonna sub this. For 422. Okay, I think we got it. We're doing gray. We're subbing this for this. And we're subbing this for this. Yeah? Yeah. And also, I also want to mention the Russian citizens who are protesting the war. Because that's important too. It's a good reminder that oftentimes governments don't speak for the people. Yay! We did it together. Your help was very much appreciated. Is very much appreciated. That wasn't too long, right? Oh, it kind of was. 25 minutes. That's fine. Compared to the time that we spend stitching it. And actually, I'm just going to... What did I say? 422? Yeah. I'm just going to leave these out. I'm not going to put those in so I don't accidentally use them, because I want to use Ymir's floss. Here's my little bobbin box. So sometimes I keep them in this, sometimes I keep them in a bag. But since I have a few small projects started, like, I want to keep everything in one place so that if I need to pull from another... or pull it from another project that I can. So all my all my bobbins are either in this for multiple projects or in my master set for my Hades, which I haven't worked on in a long time. And then if I need to, I can just pull, like, these are Iowa, so I can just pull these out and throw them in a bag if I'm traveling. I could just pull these out, throw them in a bag for Mushroom Meadow. Okay, so goodbye, old Massachusetts. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu. I'll stitch something on you very soon. Where did I put everything? So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, Lambswool. You are just to build up my stash and sit there. I'm glad to be stitching on you, gray sand. You know what? This is perfect. This is... Because you know who this came from? This came from XG Designs. Isn't she Ukrainian? I thought I saw on Etsy that this came from Ukraine. Did it not? See, I ordered straight from her shop on Etsy. Why didn't we just think about that in the first place? That's okay. I need to... Oh, hungry. My bad. Never mind. Okay, so now we're counting for 28 count. So the pattern is still 120 by 120. And why try to do it in your head when you have a machine that does it for you? So we're going 120, whoops, divided by 28. 4.28 inches. Oh, this is a large piece. This is the worst, deciding like where to cut your fabric. Should I get some of this like yellowy part? Maybe from this corner? How about this part? Ooh, it's gonna be so small, look! It's gonna be like this big. Oh, it's gonna be so cute! So, let's say... Maybe a 2-inch border. 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay. 2.5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Let's just say 10 inches. 10 by 10. What we're gonna do before 13? Yeah, that's right. And that's a little bit. Okay. 10 by 10. Okay, Karen, look away. I don't want you to see how precariously I cut my fabric. Okay, we're gonna pin it up here. I think I'm gonna actually measure from this edge because this is the straight edge, and this edge, the bottom edge, is not straight. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Actually, I'm being a little bit more careful than I usually are when I cut my fabric. Julie, you have come to the right place if you love miniature things. Let me show you. Pause before we cut my fabric so I can let people breathe. Okay, so this is Little House Needleworks. And I totally just copied Ymir Almond M&Ms on this. And I haven't worked on this since I basically started it, so I need to get back to it. But this is 56 count 1/1 using teeny tiny floss from Ymir. And then I found these 3-inch hoops because I do like stitching with a hoop. Oh, bye Karen. Thank you for your input. I'm glad I'm waiting till you leave to cut my fabric. I'm just kidding. Yeah, these hoops hold it really tight, so I really like this. I was gonna start something else in here, but then I got distracted. But yeah. I know, right? It's so cute. And I should have waited till my floss tube to show this, but I'm gonna show you because you're giving me so much joy by loving tiny things. I got a tiny junk journal, and I don't know if you've seen other cross stitchers putting their finishes in journals, but I'm gonna have a mini junk journal. So yeah. A lot of, like, if you stitch on 56 count, and your pattern is like 56 stitches wide, it'll only be an inch, so it'll fit perfectly in this journal. And imagine if it's smaller than 56 stitches. Two words, Quirky Quaker. Okay, hold on to your coffee. We're going for it. This is not a fabric scissors. I know. It's a good old-fashioned kitchen scissors. But it's the best thing I have at the moment. I can't wait until I don't live in an apartment. And then I can actually buy things that serve one purpose instead of having to save room. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing stuff multi-purpose, like using kitchen scissors for fabric, but you know, it's not nice to your fabric, really. It's not really that nice. Okay, and we're kind of gonna go on this crease, but we're gonna go a little bit past. Everybody's just quaking at my barbarian methods. Hey, Yvonne, you came in at the exciting part. Kaylee's cutting fabric. It's not the first time I've started stuff on stream. I've started quite a few things on stream, actually. I started Florida on a Stitch With Me. Ooh, that's cool. And should we do something completely weird and start in the center? No offense to center starters. That's not completely weird. Should we do something out of the ordinary for me and start in the center? That's not a completely weird thing to do. Everybody is taught to start in the center, pretty much. Yes? No? Were you taught to start in the center? You did not miss Susie. She's over there. Whip. Hi, Susie. So yesterday, Vanessa suggested that I show Susie. Who's the guy? Paul Denning? Is that it? Look at me remembering things. And he lives in Cornwall, and he takes video. Look at her, she's just staring at me. He takes video of birds and squirrels, and it must be in his backyard, because he just like puts food out, and then they come, and then your cats watch it, and they freak out. And I showed it to Susie, and she thinks there's birds in the apartment now. Here, let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, zoom in on gross litter box. Susie! Yes, busy hands. This, I'm gonna start Mushroom Meadow by Stitchy Princess for #StitchForUkraine. She is a Ukrainian designer. And I was gonna, my thumbnail is a project that I already started, but I also stand by the other hashtag, SWEEWEE. Stitch what you want when you want. And I want to stitch for Ukraine. Susie. Oh, BB. Okay, that's where she's gonna be, so it's gonna be kind of boring. And don't... Okay. You guys, if you have cats, you know this. But they... Like, you can clean the litter box, and then immediately they'll just, like... They'll spray litter all over the place. So... I do vacuum. I do vacuum. Almost every day. But... She decides, you know? Really? The stitched area is only 4 inches, so I gave quite a bit of border. I have like 10 inches with space. So the stitched area will only be like there, this much. So I gave quite a bit of space. Oh, Busy Hats, you have a black cat too. Oh, I love black kitties. They're so cute. Ooh, perfect. Anybody else not a center starter? Do you start in the center of your project? Do you start in the top left? I've been allowing myself. It's funny you should say it that way, Kaylee. I've been experimenting with where I start a project. So the decorate. Oh, that's a good way to put it. Oh, I'm an artist. I'm just gonna bring my cat to an art installation with her litter box and just let her... Can you imagine? Like, oh, I'm sure somebody has done that though. This is 56 count, Yvonne, and so I'm gonna stitch over 2. So it'll be kind of the equivalent of 28 count. And this also is my first time trying 56 count over 2. I'm gonna try two-handed stitching too. Oh, Jack. One-eyed black cat named Jack. Oh, Jack. I fell in love with black cats. I mean, I've loved cats my whole life. But I grew up on a farm. And so, like, I had farm cats, which, I'm sorry, while I get everything situated here. I grew up with farm cats. Oh, do you hear the North Dakota coming out? I have, it's top left, Alice. Kaylee's getting her life together, you know. But, what are we gonna start with? Maybe I should put this in Pattern Keeper. I know I can put it in Pattern Keeper. Pattern Keeper has been funny for me lately. It, like, doesn't sync with my Google Drive. Maybe I'll just download it on my tablet. Here we are at 10:49. Haven't put a stitch in. We've been live for 45 minutes. Y'all are so sweet for staying with me. Okay, let's see. So the cats that we had on the farm never had like silky smooth coats because we fed them Meow Mix. But they would like, they were hunters too. They would eat mice and other small rodents, I'm sure. now it's working. Uh, so I loved cats my whole life, but then I met, I started meeting pet, like actual indoor cats. And those were, I was like, wow, these are very fancy cats. I want to stitch a mushroom. Can I stitch a mushroom? Oh, I'm missing I don't know why. My computer is not charging. Oh, there we go. See, I noticed that at the beginning and then I never really fixed it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I can't stitch a mushroom because I don't have one of the colors. So what are we going to stitch instead? I guess we're going to stitch, I could stitch the stem of the mushroom. There's only 4,000 stitches in this pattern. That's not very much. We're gonna stitch white. How exciting. Oh. Here's my thing with white. Okay, I got behind. Top left always. You start in the center. Start all over depending on the chart. Yeah, it depends on where I want to stitch now. I used to only start in the top left. I know, I like rarely start in the center, so I'm like, this is weird. Bear. Oh, kitty bear. I am using my Samsung, what do I have? An S21. It has 3 cameras. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. It takes amazing pictures. A Persian Moxie. Oh. What does it say? Oh, we're using Blanc. What is this? We'll just use this. Anybody else have like 12 different whites and you're like, I don't know what year these are from, but they're in my stash. They could be from 1980, they could be from 2012, could be from 2020, who knows? I wonder if my do we like this? Huh. I'm gonna try one of my small needles. So I got these to stitch over 1 on 56 count, and they are beading needles, but they are short beading needles. I don't know if you've ever seen beading needles. What? I kept a couple, but because I wanted to stitch over 1 on 56 count. And so I bought these beading needles, but they're insanely long. So I think this one is a size 13, the one on the left, and then this one is a size 15. And they're very, very delicate and small, but they're extremely long and clunky to stitch with, and very bendy. So I mean, I just bought them to experiment, but I bought way too many. And I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them, but I found a home for them. I went to college with someone who was Native American, and he does some bead work. So I was like, who should I send these to? Oh yeah, I know this person who does beadwork. And I reached out, and I hadn't talked to him since college, and I was like, hey, would you use these? And he's like, yes. So I sent them to him. I had bought a pack of like this of size 13 at 25 needles, and there's no way that I would use them all. So I was like, I need to find a better home for these. These holes are a little hard to see. Oh, this has a teeny tiny eye. So here's the needle I'm gonna stitch with. And here's a size 28. So it's thinner, about the same length, but it's much thinner. So it doesn't stretch the holes out as much. And it has a tapestry tip, so it's not, it finds the holes easily. I'm having a time threading. This has a very small eye. Just wait, give me a moment. Who knows, maybe by the hour mark we'll put some stitches in. There we go. Hi, Ymir, hello. I'm using your needles. I just got done talking about them. Okay. Where are we starting? Let me zoom you in. This, oh, blah, there we go. Let me just start and then I'll figure out where you need to be. Oh, this is hard to see. Hang on, I do have a... Give me one moment. You know what? I might have to move my setup to in my lap. Yeah, I'm gonna move in my lap. Hang on. Lap, lap. More footage of my crotch. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. You're an old lady. Old woman, old woman. This is pretty hard to see. But the needle is nice. And it's pretty annoying stitching on, or stitching with white. I feel like Catherine, Needleberry Stitcher. I complain about stitching on white, and then everything that I do is on white, is with white, or stitching with white. It's probably that I need a smaller hoop. Or that would probably help. Of course I moved so that... Oh, girl! It's brutal! Can't see anything! I'm gonna have to get used to this before I go live with this again. This is rough. This is very rough. I wish I had a mushroom needle minder. Itchy ear. Yeah, I might, I don't know, y'all. I might switch up my project so that I can get more used to stitching on that. Oh, good, Zan. Yeah. White stitches are hard. I'm using one strand, so I can't railroad, really. This fabric is so soft. I'm used to stitching on... No, don't doom scroll Twitter. I'm used to stitching on a quite stiff fabric. I like a stiff fabric. Just like Christy likes a thick coverage. There, you can see him a little better. Kaylee just can't figure out how to get things set up nicely today. For me, Christy, it's I made a Twitter for my teacher stuff, like being a teacher. And so my Twitter is a lot of educational annoyances. I'm pretty happy about the fact that we chose this fabric, though. It's gonna look good once we get some more stitching on there. This is gonna be so cute! A little mushroom meadow. Hey, Chrissy! Steve, I'm 20... Oh, how old am I? 28. But I'm nearsighted. I can't see far away. Yeah, true. Susie's moving, but she's just readjusting. I love my cat. You have no idea. Okay, this is insane. Yeah, Julie, you should. Okay, I'm gonna switch projects because your girl is struggling. I want to show you at least something. We're gonna switch to this. Because I'm very used to stitching on this, so. You know what it is? It's the 56 count over 2. Like that's what's kind of hard. If it's over 1, it makes a little bit more sense, but there's a little bit more counting with over 2. Yvonne, this is Gray Sand. Yep. And this is by XG Designs. I got it off her Etsy, but other places sell her fabric. I think Top Knot Stitcher sells XG Designs. I'd never purchased some of her fabric, but then I saw she had 56 count and I was like, oh, I've never tried that over 2, so. The cat whisperer. I call my husband that. You really have to, with any animal, you really have to pay attention to what they're trying to say, what they're saying. Here we go with the toile. This is my first time using a toile too, so it kind of sparkles. I've been making so many substitutions in this pattern. I need more coffee. Oh. Today is the day of spilling. But that was just condensation that smells like coffee. Nectar of the gods. So what are y'all stitching on? 60 minutes into the live. 66 minutes into the live. So this has been me in the past 2 weeks or so, is I get a little tired of stitching on something. And I used to like only stitch on one project a day. I mean, I used to be monogamous, but then like once I got more whips, I only stitched on one thing a day. But now, I stitch on multiple things a day. Consistently. Sometimes 3 things a day, sometimes 2. And I think part of the reason why I started doing that is because I started a daily goal on one of my pieces. So, and I'm not a goal person. I do not like setting goals. I do not like, because I often fail. And so, especially with my hobby, I'm like, I don't need to set goals for a hobby, because then I'm gonna fail, and then my hobby is gonna become a point of being hard on myself for not meeting goals. Can you hear me? Let me turn my microphone. I moved. But one of my pieces, I was like, ooh, I like never feel like working on this. So why don't I set a quite small goal of 100 stitches a day, which is it's not terribly much for me. I stitch quite a bit. I'm a school teacher, so I get off at 3 o'clock, and then I have the whole evening to do whatever I want, and I want to stitch. So I do stitch quite a bit, and I was like, you know what? We can have a daily goal. And my stitchy bug is like a cicada in summer of 2021. It is here. It is loud. It's like my stitchy bug is like an army of ants looking for that small piece of fruit in a California kitchen. Do you like these analogies? Do I need to do that one? No, I don't. Sorry, I bumped it with my nose. Yeah. I agree, Vanessa. And also, I've just started to embrace it. Like, I'm making my daily project more accessible by leaving it out. Leaving needles on it. So right now I have a threaded needle, and this is like halfway through what it's supposed to be. You know, like usually I'm like, oh, I need to finish what I started. I need to finish a strand or whatever. But I actually stopped color completing in this. And I started stitching like horizontally with these remaining colors, because part of the problem with this project, why I wasn't working on it, no offense Christy, is because it's 20 count with 2 strands, which is quite thick. It's a quite thick coverage. Like, you can barely see any fabric, which Christy really enjoys, but I'm like, it's annoying to me to have to try to poke my needle up in a hole that has a whole bunch of threads in it. So I've allowed myself, I have experimented with, you know, different types of stitching so that I can do this in a way that I enjoy and get it finished faster, slowly and steadily. So then sometimes I stitch my 100 stitches and I put it away, and then I'm like, I could stitch a few more. So it's minimum of 100, but not limited to 100. So it's finished, it's getting finished faster than it would if I would stick to my only one project a day type idea. And it's like 83%, 83% or so finished. So that's cool. So I just have it hanging there. Susie can't reach it, so I can leave needles in it. Yeah, I like it. And having my cart like this, and having it easily accessible with all my whips, I can switch pretty quickly. And I'm a heathen and I leave my projects in the hoops, so I can just pull it out really fast and start stitching on it. It does kind of leave my desk in a mess, especially if I I'm stitching over one on small counts and I have a bunch of like lengths of floss just randomly out because I didn't feel like putting it back. So I have some lengths of this etoile. It's not, you know, I can't worry too much about how it's behaving and how it's laying. Sometimes it's gonna sparkle, sometimes it won't. Oh jeez. We're really having a rough time here. There's so many things that I need to start. Ooh, I need to put, here, let me show, well, I'll show this in my floss tube too. You can tell that I need to record a floss tube when I start talking about it in my lives. Like, I have so much to say in my live that I need to, and then I start saying, oh, I'll talk about this in my floss tube. I put this on my Instagram, let me show you what I did. And I need to add one to it because I just started something else. But let me see, let me flip this around actually. Hello, ceiling. Oh, it's backwards. So do you see this? I have, is it zoomed in? Oh, that's why. Hey, I have sticky notes. And this is my whip wall. And so each project I have started, I put a sticky note on the wall. So blue is full coverage or bigger ones. Oh, I need to reply to my husband. Green is medium, pink is little. And then I actually have ones on the bottom that I have kitted or that I want to start very soon. I don't know why I'm sorry, I need to respond to my husband. I forgot to respond to him. So Mushroom Meadow is pretty small. 2,000 stitches, that's nothing. And this is a way for me to see, you know, what I have started, what's on my wall. And actually, this whip wall is making me feel more and more okay with having more whips, which is kind of fun. Like, I've been saying it. I've been predicting that I'm gonna have a lot of whips. I think that's me, like, being like, yeah, you want more whips. And finally admitting it and feeling good about, you know, how I'm gonna manage them. I keep bumping my phone with my nose. Nose bump. Okay, we're gonna find a more comfortable way to do this. There. Boy, remember when I used to stitch with 2 hands and I would never move my camera? And it would just be, you know, I wouldn't make any of my viewers sick. Those are the days. So the under the stars was supposed to be blank in this pattern, like there's no color in those boxes, but I actually just used the same color that I used on the stars and these little teeny ones, because I figure that since it's on a high count fabric, that it would be nice to fill it in and not have the words lower than the background. So I used Wisteria. For Sleep Under the Stars instead of nothing, or instead of white. And since the etoile is so dark navy, it'll stand out. It already is. And Sleep is a different color. Sleep is blue, which was charted. So I do need to add Mushroom Meadow to my stitching journal. Are we even crotch shot? We've reached the part in the stream where the time in the stream where everybody is stitching and I'm rambling, which is a good part of the stream. This is the part of the stream where hey! Oh my gosh! Hi, Madeline. You guys, it's the designer of Cliffside Stitches. It's the designer. Ukrainian bookmark is going to be started soon, obviously. I hope it's okay that that Greek sampler is still just kitted and not started. I'm getting distracted with other things, with Stitch for Ukraine stuff. And there's Moroccan Sampler framed. It is a fangirl moment, you guys. You know that feeling when the designer is like, wow, this is great. It's like, no, you're great. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so there's Moroccan Sampler. I don't know if you saw the floss toss, but I'm just gonna toss the floss again. Oh, see here, I put the bobbins inside. So I'm gonna do it small, teeny, or not teeny, but small on 56 count. You guys, these bobbins, these are pretty old. Oh, this is gonna look so good. Oh, this is gonna look so good. Wow. See, and then because designers are real people, they're excited too. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Why is my camera not focusing very well? I don't know why, but it seems like it's not focusing. That's a little better. That's gonna look so good. So this was the original blue, and I'm gonna use the variegated. Yeah, ramble on. Ramble on! What is that? Who is that? Oh, for those of you wondering, let me see if I have... let me see if I have Greek stock on here. I have it somewhere. Hang on, let me go here. Aha, I do have it here. That's what this will look like. That's a pretty big pattern. I'm excited. Oh, clicking on everything. Oh, no worries. I need more coffee. Thank you for stopping by. That's so sweet of you. Everybody has a fangirl moment. I don't remember how I came across Cliffside Stitches on Etsy. You know what it probably was? It was probably... Why is this... Oh, I think because I was not, I think my camera's not focusing because I exited out of it on my phone. Let me see if I can fix it. No, it's still being weird. That it is Led Zeppelin, that's right. Ramble on. Ramble on. I found Cliffside Stitches because I wanted to stitch a whole bunch of bookmarks at one point. Or no. Yes. It was when I was getting into black work. And Madeline also has bookmarks on her Etsy shop. Blackwork bookmarks, cross-stitch bookmarks. She has a fairly large collection of what are called heritage bookmarks, which are like from a certain, obviously you know this, from a certain country. And then samplers, which I saw the Palestine sampler and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. And I stitched it really quickly. I stitched that in like 2 months, maybe. I haven't framed that one. It's a very awkward size. It's like a little too big for 11 by 10. No. 10 by 14. It's like just a little bit longer than 14 inches. Yeah, that's how I discovered Madeline's patterns. And she like researches embroidery and needlework motifs of the region she's doing the sampler for. So the Norwegian sampler, which I stitched, like I don't think cross stitch was a huge thing in Norway, like not as much as other countries, but the motifs fit well with cross stitch. So she charted them for cross stitch. Remain in my heart, remain in my head. I'm singing Radiohead. Wait, yes. I have a music suggestion listening for y'all. First of all, no, that's not Radiohead. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. Talking Heads. Duh! First of all, listen, if you haven't... Who am I talking to? This is... My audience probably knows what this album is. Remain in Light by Talking Heads. But then there's this African singer who covered the whole album. Her name is Angelique Kidjo. And I highly recommend listening to it. It's on Spotify. It's so good. Okay, do I have... Let me check my pattern. I think I can do one more strand here. Let me not show you the pattern. How about that? Yeah, okay. I'm excited to work more on work more on the mushroom one. I find it hard to believe, YouTube, that there are just 15 people just chilling and sitting here with me. Hello, everybody. Hello, 15 people. Do you remember when I used to do these and there would be like 6, 7 people? Or less? It's because of y'all. This is really bothering me, my camera not being in focus. I don't know what I did to tell it, you know, you shouldn't focus on what I want you to focus on, but I don't know, y'all. See, it's not autofocusing. That's not autofocus. Autofocus means you try to focus on what is on the screen, camera. This is when I realize how much the music actually adds to the stream. Bye, Vanessa. See, so let me just give you a little look into the behind the scenes of a Kaylee Cross Twitch stream. So I use YouTube Studio Audio, which is free music, because of all the problems that I was having when I first started streaming. Because I would get copyright claims because I was playing copyrighted music. And YouTube is so strict with their copyright. So, I found this royalty-free music on YouTube, and then, and it's a lot of music. There's a lot of music, and you can choose by genre, by mood. Okay, I'm very sorry about it being out of focus, but I don't know what to do. I can tell you about how I have my phone hooked up too. But for some reason, YouTube Audio Library won't autoplay. It won't like play the next track if the window is not open. So when I stream, I have two monitors, and I have my streaming software in one spot on half of my monitor, and then I have my music, which is where I have my camera. I have that tab open, and then I have a pattern if I need to use a pattern on my computer, and then the YouTube stream, so I can see the comments. I can see the comments in two places. I don't know why I keep my streaming. Oh, I keep my streaming software open so that I can see like what it looks like. So technically, I wouldn't have to have my YouTube stream open, which I didn't used to keep it open because I didn't have the. I don't think the internet was good enough for me to keep both open, but I can't remember why. So, that's the story. Did I even tell a story? I think this music is putting me in a trance. And then I use an app that can connect your. That sounds, yeah, it does. I use an app that can connect your phone to your computer. And then I just add that to my streaming software. Hang on, I need to check one other thing. This is the kind of music that I would know the words to if this were a public domain song. I have been itching to bring out a full coverage piece lately. It's been like 3 months since I've worked on a big project. So I might probably not today. But it's coming soon, I think. Where I'll have some full coverage progress. Yeah, I don't know what I did to make my camera not focus, but it's pretty annoying. Maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. But I think when I exit out of the app on my phone, it just like messes up the settings a lot. This one sounds like Blue Man Group. Thank you. Yeah, Yvonne, I'm thinking about... Well, I think since I have the stitchy bug, I'm thinking about all of them. I'm like, ooh, I should work on that, I should work on that. So, but the one that's calling my name the loudest is the fob piece. Because that's the one that's... I mean, it has the least amount of stitches, so it's the closest to a finish. And I'm 50% done with it, so I want to keep trucking away at that. But I do want to get back to all the other ones that I have. Barnyard Animals, Starry Cats. The United States one. That one's going to take me a long, long time, I think. I'm not like uber jazzed on the 25 count. Did we make it through a page? We made it through a page of music. on the island. Ooh. Oh, my bad. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. I want to get back to this. I want to get back to that one. And right now I'm in, like, I'm the third row down, which is like my dress. I still have this one, which I want to get back to as well. I did one in there and I just kind of stalled. Or I was working on it and then I kind of stalled. And I have this one, the huge one. That one's enormous. And I have Barnyard, which I also want to get back to. I want to get back to all of them. And Starry Cats. I want to do all of them. Does it even stand for anything? It's just like... It's just like a fancy person? I don't think it stands for anything. Yeah, fop became a pejorative term for a man excessively concerned with his appearance and clothes in the 17th century England. Some of the many similar alternative terms are coxcomb, fribble, popinjay, or dandy, meaning parrot, fashionmonger, and ninny. So the reason that I call that piece fop is because Dylan wanted to dress like that for a costume wedding. So he called himself the whole day he was like, or he, when we were looking for the costumes, he was like, I want to be a fop. So we got that hat, we bought the wig, and then we rented the costume. So we rented the dress and the fop. And dandy, that's a good one. Dandy fop. Dylan usually wears a beard. And we were like a year married at that point, and we were dating for about 3 years before we were married, and I'd never seen him not in a beard. So I knew him before he was able to grow a beard. I knew him in college, like when he was 18. And then, but we weren't dating. And then when junior year rolled around, do men go through like a second puberty where their facial hair really comes in? It was that, where his facial hair came in, he started balding, and then he just wore a beard. And he was so committed to looking like a fop that he shaved, especially for the costume. He shaved special for the costume. So I have video of him, like, with the clippers in his hand and looking at himself in the mirror. And I'm like, what are you about to do? And he's like, I'm about to shave off my beard. And I say, why? Because I want to be a fop. Oh, it's very funny footage. And it was very strange because he had had a beard the whole time we were dating. So I'd never kissed a face that didn't have a beard on Dylan. He has shaved since then. Like, he worked for the census. And it was during a pandemic, and it was in California during wildfire season. So he shaved so that his KN95 mask would have a better seal. For both pandemic reasons and for fire reasons, so. He has shaved since. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan's grandpa, his dad, they both went bald at a young-ish age. In their late 20s, early 30s. But Dylan started balding at 22, 23. I mean, when we first started dating, he still had hair on the top of his head, but when I would give him a haircut, I would never, right? I would rarely cut the top. So I would cut the sides, and then if it needed a small trim, but the hair was very thin on the top of his head. So that's why he used to buzz his hair, but then it's gotten so thin on the top that he just shaves it. He doesn't use like a razor, he uses a clippers, but he started just clipping it really close. Oh no. Yeah. Hopefully we're getting past the, like, making fun of men because they're balding. Bullshit. Bullshit. Well, my unfocused camera is starting to really bother me, and I also need to start my laundry. I need to start my lesson plans. Pro tip, if you don't like doing your actual work for your job, then keep your stitching by you. I'm not saying this is going to work for you, but it works for me. Keep your stitching by you and do 20 minutes of work and then stitch a length of floss. Then do 20 minutes of work, stitch a length of floss. 20 minutes of work, stitch a length of floss. And then by the time like 5 hours have gone by, you probably have done a lot of the work that you needed to do. So I used to think, you know, oh, I have this task to do and I'm not going to do anything else until I finish this task. Not a good way. So then I would just never start the task. But that method works really well. It has been a pleasure, Steve. Thank you for staying and chatting and stitching with me. And I'm live every Sunday, so I'll be back next Sunday. We'll see if I get a floss tube. I'll probably record a floss tube this week. I can tell that my body is itching to record a floss tube. To share my stitchy stuff with the world. And that's it. Go buy a pattern from a Ukrainian shop. Keep the people who don't believe in the war, even if they're in Russia, keep them in your heart, so that we can recognize that there are people who don't want this chaos. Let me rephrase that. To the Russian people who are protesting the war, thank you. We see you, we love you. I see you, I love you. I don't speak for you, but yeah. All right, peace out. See you next time.